help you guys out anyway. Happy with that? Awesome stuff. So most events go to green, but for you two in particular, details you give me, I will keep the track and trace for 21 days. If you do get any sort of interaction, I will message you as soon as possible. Just go into basic self-isolation just in case. If you get anything in your bubbles, you've got to let me know ASAP as well. It's a two-way street. Aside from that, should be fine. This counts as one of your little balls now, just so you're aware. It's how it usually was. The safest way we can run it, but for the largest part, we are okay to go. So then, and you're both okay with that before I dive straight into lessons? Mega. Right then, so, what we're going to look at today is the riposte in a little bit more detail than what we have before. We're going to start with the basic form, for those of you that haven't seen it, and then we'll start creeping in some advanced bits here and there. Does that make sense? Right then, basic form of riposte. The attack that we do this from is from a thrust. So it's going to come straight in and stab me. There we fucking go, do it softly. Stab comes in. And I literally just aim centre mass with this thing. You aim right here, you've got a lot of, well, in my case, quite a lot of variation on target. You can hit quite a bit. With the parry, dynamic parry, we're looking to get as low down the blade as possible. I don't want to see tip parrying, it's pointless. You damage your own tip, no problem. Get in the base of the blade. Thrust comes in, here. Notice how I've not just turned my wrist offline, I've moved my entire arm structure offline. Does everyone see that? What I'm doing here is supporting this. If I leave it in the middle, there's plenty of room for him to sneak around the side and come in and stab me this way. What I need to do is keep those out, so if he tries going around that side of the blade, back off. Does everyone get that? That's the more forceful parry option. Let's get this guard, this cross guard, flare down so we can catch this blade. The second part is when I go to push forward. Now, typically when you do this, you're going to line up your thrust and just push straight forward. The problem here is I'm putting no pressure into the side of their blade. They can just parry that. And now I'm in exactly the same position I just tried to put them in the first place. How do you correct this? Come back. Thing in. Here, what I'm actually going to do, get the point in the centre, and I'm going to leave the base of my blade off to the left. I'm not going to let it come back to the centre line. I'm essentially pushing the base of my blade out, down that way. Does everyone see how my arm's still off to the left? This is constraining this blade. I'm going to be lazy and rest on your arms. Good man. This is just constraining this blade, so it can't push back across. If he did, he'd be pushing against the base of the blade when I'm already pushing that side a little bit anyway. Does that make sense to everyone? It's a neat little trick because you can get to this sort of stabbing match in particular where it's just poke, 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 poke. You have to constrain and lock out that blade to make sure it can't get you back. Does that make sense to everyone? Give that a go. That's the basic form. There's more advanced stuff we can do on top of this, but it gets more interesting. If you can't get the basics right, you're not going to go much further. Happy with that?